Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Oh, let me get away the website. Anyway, welcome everyone. If you are new to the channel, I'll do this now. Please do go check out tauruscrypto.com as it is open. But anyway, let's go on to the charts. Let me make sure we're all scaled in. Got the right size of charty thing up on here. And yes, I'm just going to do a quick one just to cover this price action because we've just finished a trading room with the crew this morning. We're at really crucial support right now, what we were expecting to happen. So we have just come off of the back of a trading room with the crew. They already know the plan. They already know the plan is to look for longs between 19,300 and 19,600. What we have here, I will go over in just a second. I've attempted a little scalp long just off of the lows. There is another alert. There is another alert that we have going off right now. So we have had, this is now officially Euro US dollar parity. We've seen it live, so we'll go and have a look at this as well. Let's go check out the Euro USD chart. It's all going on. So yeah, here we go. Now we have the Euro has just hit, there it is, parity with the US dollar, and there is the immediate reaction off of this. So I was going to do this as a very quick one. I wasn't expecting this alert to go off as we had this reaction, but I think this is a really significant point in the market right now with basically the DXY has been pumping like crazy recently. I think at this point this is a very crucial moment in the market where all of a sudden we might see some kind of flip here. It just from basic market psychology, right? Okay, it's not every day that you see the euro get to the same price as the dollar, so there will be demand for the euro here that is likely to cause a slight pullback just off of the very nature of the way that the DXY works. It is likely to cause a pullback on the DXY, which could potentially, as we're coming into support on Bitcoin, on Ethereum, on the S&P 500, are we going to get a bounce? We shall see. But let's have a look quickly. We're also going to check. Look, there we go. Here comes the DXY pulling back. Bitcoin, okay, not quite bouncing yet. The S&P not bouncing yet, but this is kind of significant. So anyway, we've just started the stream and it's all going on. So I'm going to try my best to keep things fairly focused, to go over the technicals. I will go over what is happening here on the higher time frames. But yeah, exciting start to the stream. Welcome Robot, welcome Nahuel, I can't do names. Welcome Randall, Ollie, Changa, Delirium. Ollie is commenting like crazy. Federico, welcome. Okay, so rewind. Okay, we've had a little bit of excitement there just with that parity, that official parity now from the Euro USD, which was very short-lived. By the time I clicked on the alert, it was back above $1 again. Okay, Bitcoin right now, right? 4-hour order block, we've just hit it. Where did we get support the last time we bounced off of Bitcoin? Where was it? It was a 4-hour order block. Okay, so you can see previously that last time we had this big grind down after coming up and taking out local highs, we came down, we tapped into the 4-hour OB, fair value gap, whatever it is you like to call it. And what we had here was a 4-hour order block with a doji candle and then an impulse out of it. What we've had on this occasion, 4-hour order block with a doji candle with an impulse out of it. We have just tapped into the highs of that, identical to what we have done previously here. What we also have is it is the trend line that is following from that move itself. Okay, so in fact, you know I don't like diagonals, but let's just draw that up to the point. That is where we are. We can zoom in on here. I mean, that's pretty close. Yeah, that's touching there. Oh, and look at that. That's touching there. Okay, so we have confluence within this region. We are also at the value area low of the range. So 3 things that I'm looking at right now, and this is why I am or why I have taken a long position from this point. Now, I am still holding my short, and that's very important. I am still holding my short. I have no need to close that. I am short from up here. Okay, so if I want to close that short, I will be waiting for a reclaim of the point of control, and at that point I will close my short. At this point, the long position is being paid for by that short position, and it's very low risk for myself. I have taken a little scalp long as well off of this, so this is like my swing trade. And I'd be happy to add to that within this area with a very simple invalidation of, okay, if we don't just wick through this and get a reaction fairly quickly, then I would look to close out of that long, as I do believe we'd be going down to around about 18,400, 18,500 if this doesn't bounce us here. Ethereum, also important, right? Ethereum has done exactly the same thing. 4-hour order block with an impulse out of it, okay? This never really did it last time. I mean, you came into this daily level. But what we've got on Bitcoin, which is the same, 4-hour order block with an impulse, and we've got this daily level here. So that is where we are on Ethereum. That is where we are on Bitcoin. And we have just had that very important alert from the Euro USD market telling us that that is the first time since 1999, I believe. Since 1999, it's not even on this chart. You can't even go back that far. But the first time since 1999 that the Euro USD has hit parity. We'll try and find that. Is there enough history on a chart here? There we go. There it is. It's not since 1999. I am talking nonsense. It is since 2002, where for a brief moment, the euro was lower than the US dollar. But we also have additional confluence with this, okay? And I'm just looking at this in the chart right now. I'm not even, I haven't even done any technical analysis on this, apart from all this stuff here. But interestingly enough, you're coming into a little order block here, right? You're coming into a nice little region of potential support. So this little zone here, being decent little support here. You've got an impulse out of that. You've got this is the first consolidation after it broke back above $1. You're coming in and back testing it. You're taking out some lows. So yeah, could be an interesting time. Bitcoin. Let's just still watch this, because I'm just watching the SPX and we're still dropping on the S&P. So how much profit am I? I'm long from 19,556. So I did catch the bottom quite nicely. I am long from 19,556.5. I'll give this a bit of time. So, oh my god, I literally caught the low. I can prove to anyone my position in just a second, if you would like to, but I did not even realise I caught the exact low. By $1. Yeah! Yeah. Okay. It's only a small position, but that's quite cool. Anyway. Blah, 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 blah. Let's go back onto the chat. Let's see what people are talking about on here. Victor, this is ExoCharts. This is ExoCharts that I am on. Okay, so I am looking on ExoCharts right now. Just a little bit on the order flow from this move down. Okay, we're on the USD pair. There's no excess at the lows here. It's not like anything that you would specifically... I also got really lucky this. It was a limit order. I didn't mark it in. So, now that things maybe are settling, I wonder if my order's in here. I'll be on the USDT one. Oh no, I won't. Never mind, we won't do that. Whew, okay. This is all going on. Did I cover? What should we watch? Let's have a look. Do we want to watch? Because there's so much happening right now. Bitcoin's come into support. Ethereum's come into support. Euro has taken out $1. DXY is potentially changing local market structure. What do we want to cover? Do we want to cover, just for the next few minutes, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Euro USD, DXY, or I guess the S&P? I haven't even looked at the S&P. I've got it on another screen. Here's the S&P 500. I mean, that's quite nice. That really is quite nice where this has come into as well. That really, really is very good. So again, impulse up from the lows. You come in and back test it. We're around about the 786, I'd imagine, from here. Into that 786, 702, 786 region. Let's see if it can get a bounce here. We do also have to be aware on the S&P that there is this gap that is at 3845 that we are now obviously quite a long way below at the moment. So price would have to come back up into this region to get back towards that gap. Okay. Independent Man says DXY. Says DXY. Says DXY again. Robot says DXY. Okay, we'll start with the DXY because that is very, very crucial at the moment. What we can do is we can watch the Bitcoin order flow on the side here. We can just watch what is going on. So, on the dollar, on the DXY, the only thing I really have to go off right now is like a really steep trend. So you take it down from, I mean, somewhere around here, and you're looking at this, maybe. Let's move this over. We can watch if Bitcoin takes out any local lows, and we can just have the order flow there to the side. And yeah, I mean, DXY is interesting. At the point at which we did that, that was a local SFP of those highs. So we can go down onto the 1 minute time frame. We can just see how it took out these. So you have equal highs. There you go. Like quickly just spike above. At that very moment, that is when you had that dollar USD parity happen. So crucial that they did that on this SFP. And now we're looking at a potential change of market structure. I would say if we do take out these lows, that would be the first local change of market structure we've had on the dollar index. Now, this isn't going to be the most technical thing in the world, but because I'd imagine the majority of this index will be what am I trying to say? The strength of the dollar right now, a lot of this move up is because of this euro coming down to parity. So you're seeing the dollar obviously increase in strength relative to other currencies, which is what the DXY shows. You're seeing that increase in strength because of the euro falling, because of the pound falling, because of all this other stuff going on. So that is fairly significant, but it is very natural, and this was fully expected, that as we hit parity on the euro, we would get a pullback on the dollar. And it's very, very simple. Like, if this hasn't happened for 20 years, we're seeing an event that hasn't happened for 20 years, you're going to get demand into the euro now. And even for myself, being massively, I mean, I'm in the UK, but I've got many more US dollars than I do have British pounds. And this could be a moment in which you want to rotate out of the dollar back into something else. So it's interesting. It's an interesting moment. It's quite important to note that anyway. The SPX is bouncing. Bitcoin is pulling back. So everything is still happening. I think this is still a fairly okay position for myself to be in. I will continue to monitor this. Again, the trade that I took that I really caught the lows on here was off of a scalp, so I ideally don't really want to be seeing this going much lower. But that's a really nice reaction off of the SPX right now. So here's the reaction we're seeing here. if we go over onto the euro, a nice bounce from euro USD, a nice bounce from GBP USD, and a nice bounce from the Japanese yen of USD, and the ruble being the ruble, doing whatever. DXY has taken out lows, so we've just changed local market structure on this. I mean, I don't like trend lines, but as this taking the lowest lows, if we do start to lose, I wouldn't, at this stage you're looking down here, aren't you? That's a very, very clear pivot, at least locally. We've got this weekly level here at 108.38. We're still bouncing on the SPX. All right, so gosh, lots happening. Ethereum is chilling out down here. I want to check out. Ethereum looks a good long here as well. You've got to be cautious. But the confluence is there. Ethereum probably gives you an easier invalidation. Okay, Ethereum's invalidation is a little bit easier because you could run these stops, come down to like 1,022. That's a pretty decent amount of liquidity below these lows, but you wouldn't really want to be taking out, going back below $1,000 again at this stage. I don't think the fact that we backtested here quite nicely is enough for me. Right. Independent man got into a long at 19,600. Good. Yes, we have CPI tomorrow. So this is something else that I do want to show. I mean, can we go away from the charts briefly? I'm going to set more alerts here because this is happening very fast. Obviously, this isn't all going to happen on the 1 minute time frame. There's still a pretty high chance that we take out these lows a few more times. I am not saying the low is in by any stretch of the imagination. I do not believe that this is like a macro low that we're putting in right now. I just think it's a very important level and we should be looking at the opportunity for long positions within this area. I've got into quite an aggressive scalp trade very early on based off of the top of the order block, based off of the trend line that we're at, based off of everything happening at the same time, but it's not likely to be that easy. So I would be expecting, again, lower. We have a big region of support all the way down to here. That weekly level also very, very nice level. So be aware, we could be looking at, we have a region here of almost 2% from where price is now. That even if price goes down another 2% from here, we're still within this region of support. So just because I am saying this looks like a nice area does not mean that I think that we've hit a low yet. Okay. Cool. What else is going on? So I'm going to set my alert there. That is done. I'm going to set an alert above that high, so in case we do just come up and take that out. Ethereum, I would like to have an alert on that daily level. Again, we're looking at a wide region of support on Ethereum. The S&P is pulling back, so you'd want to see this pulling back. That looks to me as if it's just come back into 382, which if it can continue from there is pretty good. So you've come back into the 382. You've got the euro still pumping. That was a very, how long 1 second chart, how long was the euro beneath $1? Where are you? This is how long the euro was under $1 for exactly, I mean, it closed 1 second close below $1, but in total 1, 2, 3, 4 seconds for an entire 4 seconds. the euro was below $1. 4 4 whole seconds. So look, it would be kind of crazy to assume that that is it, that you just go under $1 for 4 seconds and then that's it, it's over, we're all reversing, everything's happy. The dollar's going to pull back, equities are going to pump, Bitcoin's going to pump, blah blah blah, everything's going to be fine. But yeah, it's been a decent reaction so far. Noob trader, unless I have my chart open, my alarms don't go off. Is that just the way it works? No, mine, they're a little bit erratic on TradingView. So yeah, maybe sometimes they won't go off. But for me, generally, I mean, I'm always looking at the charts, so I don't have to worry too much. And if I've got alerts that at times when I'm not looking at the charts, they're more likely to be more kind of day trade, swing trade opportunities where I have time, I have a few minutes to get back into the market. On this occasion, it's literally, so far, just a scalp. So, yeah, so far it's just that scalp. And a couple of limit orders that were down here. But I have limit orders within this whole zone down here. And yeah, yeah. Chat's talking about alerts. You can choose how you get alerted and stuff. You can get to send you an email. That's normally quite nice, or whatever. Come on, take out these highs. Take out these highs, then I can take some profit. 20 years of liquidity in 4 seconds. Yes, Ollie. 20 years the market has waited for that US dollar parity, and it lasted a whole 4 seconds. There we go. Continuing on, we also have the S&P continuing on. Nice little bounce. Nice little trade. Perfectly. No matter how much I zoom, perfectly off of liquidity here on the SPX, S&P 500, USD futures. I'm quite happy because this is going to plan so far. Ethereum bouncing, Bitcoin bouncing, SPX bouncing, Euro bouncing, dollar pulling back, change of market structure. Everything we spoke about in the trading room this morning has happened, and we're live watching it happen. But don't get too excited because I don't think the low is yet in. Don't go into long positions because that is very silly unless you caught the long at the bottom. You may be too late to the move. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just whatever. Victor, yes, full time. I think most of us here, I think if you're still in the market, like if you're still crazy enough to be trading these kind of markets, the chances are you're fairly full time. I've had so many alerts go off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 alerts. Some of these went off just before I started the stream. Some of them have gone off afterwards. I've got things from like eToro, Euro USD parity. Nice. Okay, technical stuff. Do you want some bad news for the day? Some bad news for this low is we have poor lows. So if anyone is still looking to get into any kind of positions, again, do not FOMO just because I am on here sounding slightly excited that I caught the exact low. Do not FOMO. We do have poor lows on the day. I do still think we take this out later on. We do have the New York Open to come. That is going to be an important session. We do have CPI tomorrow. That is going to be very important. So if we do go over and have a look at the at the US economic calendar. Sorry, I just saw there was a big like fly that flew in front of my face. Got distracted. Anyway, yeah, if we do have a look at the US economic calendar, then we do tomorrow, we do have the consumer price index. Let's zoom this in a little bit so everyone can see. There we go. CPI tomorrow. Okay, it's expected to be maybe a little bit better than it was last month. We've got some stuff today. Richmond Fed President Tom Barkin speaks, whatever that is. Small business index, whatever. And then we've got some other stuff throughout the week there. As we're on here, again, if there is anyone that is new to the channel, SPX has just come back into VWAP. So we'll go over that in just a second. Again, that is a very, very nice reaction from the S&P 500. Very nice. Very nice indeed. But yeah, please do go check out tauruscrypto.com, where you can join our free Discord community. You can also learn more about the Taurus crew. So as I said, we have just done a trading room this morning where we spoke about this exact scenario playing out. Okay, so anyone who was on the call this morning should have been prepared and ready for this scenario. So if you would like to join in on these trading rooms where we're doing this a lot more seriously than what I'm talking about right now, okay, then you can look to join the crew there. We do daily trading rooms. We've got thousands of hours of educational content. We've got a ton more educational content as well that's still to be coming out. We've got a whole series of harmonics coming up. We've got more stuff on liquidity. We've got more stuff on order flow. Tons of things that we're preparing at the moment. Additional educational content there. We also do offer private one-to-one mentoring, so if anyone is interested in the one-to-ones, then you can book those through our website again. So that is tauruscrypto.com. That is where you can find out all the information about ourselves, and you can also follow us on Twitter. Okay, so it's Taurus Crypto on Twitter, and there you go. There you can be alerted every time I go live. See, look, I did a post to tell everyone that going live right now to cover this crucial BTC and ETH price action. And now we're here doing it, which is very good. And now we'll go back off of this. And now we will continue to look at the charts. So what has happened since I have just been speaking is we have continued to get a move up. I really should be taking some profit off of this. That is, as a scalp trade, to actually catch it, that's my entry. To catch it there and to almost be up 1% is very, very nice. I really do want to hold this just in case that is the low. But this is trading. You can't get married to your positions. We have just come into a local golden pocket here. So we do have to be aware that it's probably not the wisest idea to continue to hold a position like this, even if you did get something really, really nice and you managed to snipe the lows. I probably should take some profit because I do not want this rolling over against me. So, at the very least, I'll place a stop loss. I don't want to place a stop because I could scale this in. I've missed the opportunity now to take profit because I've been talking. And because S&P is back at the VWAP, I've potentially missed the opportunity to take profit on this because I don't like doing it once it's already pulling back. It's very annoying, but there we go. That is the reaction off of the S&P. Straight off of that little 5-minute order block, 5-minute fair value gap, whatever it is you like to call it. Well, bottom of the fair value gap, filled the imbalances, top of the order block, straight into VWAP. Let's push a little bit higher. Just because I didn't take profit, I would be very happy if it could push a little bit higher. We are at the current daily value area low right now as well. So if we do move this up onto here, session volume, we are at the daily value area low. If we can get back inside there, we do have VWAP up here that we need to be aware of. Okay, so there is VWAP, although the SPX has come into VWAP. Bitcoin has not yet come into VWAP. Okay, now I am closing a little bit of this position. Okay. All right. I have taken profit, so at least I have covered myself now. And we'll have a look back on the chat. Ollie hates longs there actually. Yeah, I mean we're still looking okay here. 4-hour OBPOC at 19,400. Yes. So this is the thing. Although we are speaking about this as like, at the moment, this is a very, very good bounce from a scalp perspective off of just the very, very top of the level. What we can do is just look a little bit more into what is within that region. Okay. So I think that is important to look a little bit more of what is actually going on inside there. So here's the order block itself, okay? That is what we are looking at. That is the important level that we are looking at. So within here, and this is what Ollie C is talking about, we do have the POC of that, yeah, coming in at 19,469, roughly, from the point where we broke out. Yeah, so that 19,460 region. The thing with this is it's fairly balanced, right? So if we were just to add the volume onto here, it's fairly balanced. So we've certainly come into an area. So yeah, well, it's okay here. I mean, what it did do, 19,520. No, we didn't quite take out that low, so we didn't even revisit this range. We literally just bounced off of the top of it, didn't we? From a 15-minute. And this is only the USDT pair. So the USD is different. For some reason, I don't know why I've just started doing this. It's weird. I'm not quite sure why I'm doing this, to be honest. I'm now trading. I'm charting the USDT pair and looking at order flow on the USD pair, and it's all become a bit of a mess. But anyway, it is what it is. Let's draw this OB over here so people know that this is where we are. So the actual close from that as well. So that's your 4-hour level within the middle of it. Locally, we have got that bullish divergence that's been forming locally. So 5-minute, 10-minute, 15-minute, 30-minute, 1 hour, 4-hour oversold, as French Bull was telling us earlier on. Hidden bullish in comparison to where we were previously. So if you like the RSI, that's telling you the right kind of thing as well. I'm not a big RSI trader, but it's giving you the right kind of information that you want to be seeing. Okay, nice. Euro US dollar is pulling back slightly, as you would expect. Bearish retest? Maybe, of a little trend line that I drew a few minutes ago. All right, Thomas. So, and what Greg has said afterwards. there is the 80-20 today. Because we had a very impulsive move overnight, I wouldn't necessarily be looking at it. I know Greg said there's no way you're getting an 80-20 setup after such a move. However, if we do look at the levels here, if this can continue, and I mean what we've got here is fairly significant. It was a very, very quick move that we did have. It's going to be difficult. Yeah, that's realistically, you're too far away. You are too far away to really be troubling that value area low. We have seen crazier things happen. We have seen these 80% setups, these 80-20 setups happen when you really would not expect them to before. It has happened, but I would be quite surprised if it happens today, for sure. Yeah, I think, honestly, like if you take out the highs of the day, even if you can come back into previous day value area low, that would be great for shorts. And we could look to form some kind of a range down here. But yeah, I think it's very unlikely that we do get that much of a reversal in today's session. We'll wait and see. Victor, thank you very much. Love how you blend TA with order flow. Crazy stuff, thank you. What leverages do you recommend? I don't trade on very high leverage at all. I really don't trade on high leverage. So at the moment, I've slightly increased my leverage because I was forced by some stupid trolls. Hi PK if you're watching. I was forced by some stupid trolls to trade my main account for the WSOT competition, which is like literally my main account. That's what I make a living from. So I've been having to trade that account during the WSOT because it caused some drama that I was trying to trade a $500 account, and people are like, oh, you can't trade a $500 account because your main account's the one that registered the team. And then they got all butthurt about it and they got angry. So I'm trading my main account and that's up 60%. So that to them. But yeah, I don't trade on much leverage. For the last few weeks I've been using like 10x, but it's still not like whole account. Yeah, I generally don't use much leverage. I wanted to try it, but yeah, people got angry. Yeah, everyone smash up the likes before I start going crazy. I'm in a funny mood this morning. I probably need to just I've been looking at the charts I've been up since 9 o'clock doing the trading room. Luckily Luxury and French Bull helped with that because again I wasn't making much sense. Anyway. Let's get back to technical stuff. I will wrap this up fairly soon. I just wanted to do this because I am trying to do the morning updates as often as possible, but yeah, on this occasion it's just one of those that yeah, we happen to be getting some quite interesting price action as it happens. So, what level am I looking for a short VWAP? So the thing is, at the moment, we've had the S&P come into VWAP, and that has been respecting it really well today. Okay, so you can see the rejection that we got off of VWAP earlier. At this point, it does seem like we have a decent chance of breaking through that. I'm just going to change these levels off of here so we can get some just local targets for the SPX if this does continue. So we do have VWAP as resistance. Yeah, we do have VWAP as resistance on the SPX. But on Bitcoin, I mean, what we do have here is we can we do have the potential of an SFP of these highs. So if we do come back into VWAP here, yes, maybe that could give us a short position. But yeah, so far, I mean, it's a nice reaction that we've had so far off of this. What else do we have? And again, just to recap, I am not saying that the low is in right now. We've not even managed to get ourselves back into the value area high of the current day. So value area low currently is acting as resistance, the same as VWAP is currently acting as resistance on the SPX, but we have just broken through that. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Local golden pocket, daily value area low, VWAP just above at 19,800. Daily POC. I'd say you've got a pretty decent region around that point of control. But the chances are this is going to change if we do get a move up throughout the day. So if this does continue, so yeah, I think you've got two little scalp short opportunities. Just very simply looking at this. Now's probably a little bit too early. I don't know if I would want to short this reaction. Maybe I would want to short this reaction. We're still in a downtrend. You've got to be aware that we're still in quite a heavy downtrend, even on the day. Okay, so although we're maybe slightly excited by a small 2% bounce, just because of everything that's happening at the same time. First of all, you don't want to see these wicks when you're coming up into resistance. So if you haven't taken profit off of a long here, at the very least, that's what I would expect. I am still looking for lower overall. Okay, we've not even hit the 4-hour close. We've not hit the weekly level yet. There is still targets to the downside to be aware of. However, if this can continue to push and this local low stays in for now, if we come and take those highs, we can come around VWAP. That again gives us a potential short opportunity. Maybe that happens around the New York session. No, that's probably a bit too long. And then what we also have up here is we do have imbalances within this region here. Okay, so you can see quite an impulsive move down. That is going to naturally have imbalances within it. You're going to have heavy selling imbalances within there. You've got your daily point of control and you've got your daily open up there as well. So those are some areas that would be interesting to look for shorts. But yeah, overall, I think that's about it. The only long you'd really have off of this, so you've got that little 1 minute OB, and that will be within the golden pocket. Okay, and you can just see that. So if we do get a pullback to this area here, and we can hold, and maybe we break through this little downtrend we're in, then we could be aiming for those highs. So I think if we are going to get to VWAP, I think that would be the path it would take. I think that is what is looking most likely at the moment, is you would take this kind of path into the VWAP, because you're not just going to go straight line up. Well, you might. Let's do a random squiggly line and let's see if it plays out. And then for the guy in the chat that says I'm not on form, then we can see. Got to stop responding. Yeah, so this is very, very speculative. I'm just playing with ideas now. If we do get a pullback, if we do see some kind of absorption within this region here, that could give you an opportunity to take a long from above these highs, which comes into the VWAP region. Then you could be looking again, retrace back down, and then you've got your daily open point of control up here. So something along these lines would make a lot of sense. I'm going to hide that. That also comes into your -5 and -618 negative fibs from this. Okay, so that does come back into those fibs. And then you've got your 1-to-1 up here as well. So if you're taking your 1-to-1, and I'm not even going to do this. Like, we don't even know if it's going to come down here. We don't know if it's going to hold yet. But something like that would make sense from like a technical perspective. Maybe, yeah, because you've got S&P that, again, we're just following everything. it would make sense for the S&P after coming into VWAP. It's very similar stuff. Like this is maybe one step ahead of where Bitcoin is right now, where the SPX put in its low. It made that higher low, and then it came up into VWAP to take liquidity. It's almost like Bitcoin is one step behind at the moment. So you look at this, and then you've got imbalances here, so it would be natural for the S&P to come back into this region. But you're looking at Bitcoin as making its low, then making its higher low, then taking liquidity and hitting VWAP. Maybe. Random ideas, but from a technical perspective, they make sense, and that's what you would look to trade if something like that was to happen. So yeah, S&P back into here. It's weird, isn't it? It's like, it is just the same stuff, but a step ahead at the moment. So yeah, you're looking at the S&P back into 3828.5 roughly, just to fill in this little void we have in the chart, that big impulsive move up. You're looking at the euro pulling back again. You're looking at the DXY moving back up again. So what we have here, whoops, didn't quite catch the top of that. Again, you'd say this kind of region, 108.48, give or take a little bit. Again, it's not so technical, it's the DXY, but any move back up into this, you would want to see that hold as resistance. What we've got here as well is a couple of quite significant highs off of here. This normally gives no volume. Keshab, yes. I will be like, woo, BTC followed my line if it follows my line. But it's just a bit of fun. These streams are a bit of fun. We're not taking it too seriously, although obviously we are looking to trade this kind of price action, but we're not taking it too seriously right now. Ollie, New York Open is still like 3 hours away. I don't know if that's soon in this market. A lot can happen between now and in 3 hours time. Yeah, a lot can happen. Anyway, I think I am going to wrap it up. I've done like 45 minutes. I have been looking at the charts for a few hours already this morning. I am clearly, yeah, talking a bit of nonsense, but whatever. Let's see if this plays out. I've run out of water. There's my excuse to go. See, I've run out of water. Yeah. Everyone's having fun here. I'm having fun here as well, but I just want to chill out for a little bit before we have the New York Open. I've also got to go out later. My car's still not fixed. So annoying. So I'm still trying to sort that out. But yes, okay. Anyone who is new to the channel, please do say hello in the chat. Just say, hi, Luke, or say something nice or say something nasty. I don't care. If you say something nasty, the mods will just mod you and delete the message, so I might not see it anyway. But say something if you are new. If you are, then please do go and check out tauruscrypto.com. That is where you can find out much more about our community. You can see all of the old videos that I've done. You can see our partnerships on there. You can also find out more about the crew, which is where we trade this in a little bit of a more serious way, with coaches that are more serious than myself, and so on. But yeah, we're trading this very profitably at the moment. We're having a good time trading it, even though the conditions aren't the best for most people. We are trading it profitably. That is clear to see if you, I mean, I'm not going to say, but it's clear to see that we're trading this profitably. And yeah, if you would like to learn more about the crew, and you want to read some kind words that other people have said about us, then you can check us out on the website. Please also do hit the like button. We've got 120 viewers in here and only 51 likes, so I would like to see that get to 100. And yeah, Federico, fairly new, considering joining the crew or Jay Casper's crew. Ooh. So you know, I'm going to say you got to join our crew, but Jay Casper is a great guy. We actually really need to do a stream again together sometime soon. But what I will say is Jay Casper is in our crew. So if you if you want the best of both worlds, Jason is in the crew. And if you ask him where he learned order flow and TPO and stuff, oh, keep it hush hush. Hush hush. But yeah, he's here as well. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, everyone. I'm going to wrap it up there because we're coming into the squiggly line. We're coming into the squiggly line territory, and it's going to be trying to keep me here. So yeah, thanks everyone, and I'll see you soon. Yeah, bye.